Gabsi, Inclusion London. The UK is in the midst of a deep, complex and decade-long housing crisis and is causing misery for millions of disabled people. There is a chronic shortage of accessible social housing which disabled people need the most due to the affordability and security of this tenure. Current housing stock across Britain is not accessible or adapted to meet disabled people's requirements. In England, only 9% of homes offer minimal accessibility features. Over 400,000 wheelchair users are living in homes which are neither adapted nor accessible. 20,000 people on English local authority waiting lists for a fully wheelchair accessible home. A further 104,000 people are waiting for an accessible or adaptable home. Problems with housing are compounded by local authority and housing association failures to carry out repairs and maintenance. Conditions such as water penetration, damp, mould and pest infestations exacerbate existing impairments while creating others. Outsourcing practices contribute to building failures, including the Grenfell disaster. Grenfell survivors describe how the local authority outsourced contract to private companies to work on their estate. This leads on to the subject of PEEPS, which is an acronym for Personal Emergency Evacuation Plan. 72 people died in Grenfell Tower. 15 of those people had mobility impairments and were unable to escape due to the lack of a plan. I am a wheelchair user who has been housed in a 6th-floor flat. The 2 lifts in my building are perpetually out of order, leaving me unable to escape in case of an emergency. The situation in my building highlights an issue for many disabled people living in unsuitable housing. A question I can't seem to get my head around is, how can a landlord put a value on my tenancy but no value on my life? Last year, I was part of a group that took the UK government to the High Court over their failure to implement PEEPS as recommended by Phase 1 of the Grenfell inquiry, the outcome of which is nothing short of a political disgrace, which is Westminster government have made the political choice not to implement this basic recommendation that would give hundreds of thousands of disabled tenants some peace of mind. Avoiding accountability, similar to the government's lack of attendance today. You cannot have systematic change by voluntary actions. We as disabled people expect better leadership.